Greetings and hello, Waynesville Yoga family. How are you? Welcome. My name is Renee, and this class is Flow and Align. So for today's class, we are going to continue focusing on stretching out the hips and just doing a lot of really great long holds and stretches, targeting our specific muscle areas and really focusing in on that functional alignment. Again, functional alignment is so important because it's all about targeting those muscle groups, training your body to find yourself in the pose and work smarter, not harder. You want to make sure that you are aligning your body the way it needs to be in the pose without overtaxing or doing anything that's going to cause you any future harm down the road. So practicing safely, taking our time, slowing our practice down, focusing in on our alignment, always a really wonderful thing to do. So with that said, so for today's practice, since we are focusing in on functional alignment, always a really great idea to have props. And as you know, there's just a variety of props that are available. You've got your wheel and your wedges and your eggs and all kinds of things. I like to focus in on the big three just because, and I call them the big three, just because they are super versatile, easily accessible, and they have very, very simple substitutes should you not have one of these available in its standard yoga form. So first and foremost is the yoga blanket. This is just a wonderful, handy tool, and of course, you know, any old blanket will do. But this is so wonderful for giving yourself cushion in certain poses, particularly when you're down on your knees. Really great to cushion the knees. Also gives you a little bit of height. If you don't want something as high as a bolster or a block, you can just fold up a blanket or two, and that will be a wonderful way to get a little lift without giving yourself too much height if that's not what you're looking for. Also, blankets are really great for rolling up and using as a neck roll, or just having it available in your Savasana time. Remember, you know, if you get cold and if your body tends to cool down very quickly, having a blanket available is wonderful because it will help you just kind of snuggle up and really enjoy that final rest and deep relaxation time. Super important. So the next prop that I always recommend having around are yoga blocks. They're really super great for length, support, a little bit of height. You know, we've got the three different heights you can have for the block. So really wonderful and versatile, and can really substitute for a bolster or a blanket, just not as soft, right? If you don't have blocks available, anything of relative, you know, equivalent size will do. Just make sure that it's something that's really sturdy because you want to be able to put your weight down on it and you don't want it to crush under you. So make sure that it's just a good support if it's not your standard foam or cork block. And then lastly, we have our bolster. Bolsters are great for height, getting that extra lift. We'll use it in a couple of our poses today. If you don't have a standard bolster, a sofa cushion will do. You want something that's going to be sturdy and will provide you with a firm lift. It doesn't have to be hard, but you want it to be more solid than, say, your average bedroom pillow or, you know, a pillow that you sleep on. You just definitely want to be able to have that cushion that's going to be able to support you in different positions. And lastly, music. During our practices here on video, there's no music, but you're more than welcome to click on your favorite playlist or something that fuels and moves you during your practice. I highly recommend it. I love music while I'm practicing. It helps me focus and stay motivated and move through the flow. So I strongly recommend it. If it's something that's important to you during your practice, definitely have it on hand. My only suggestion is whatever device you're using for your music, just have it handy and nearby, because at the end, I'll give a little mini guided meditation as we're moving into Shavasana. So you just want to be able to turn down the music and hear my voice. So that's it for now. Let's go ahead and get started. We're going to begin in easy seat position. So if you'd like, go ahead and sit on your blanket or your bolster, whichever one is more comfortable for you. If you find when you sit in easy seat, if you find that your knees are way up here, you want to give yourself a little bit of extra height just to bring those knees down a little bit. So you're sitting, got a nice solid seat on your sacrum, and then you've got a nice long line of energy from the base of the spine all the way up through the crown of the head. All right. And once you find you get comfortable, just go ahead, take a nice deep breath in, and a nice loud audible exhale. And as you're exhaling, just go ahead and begin to close your eyes. And if you prefer not to close your eyes, just go ahead and soften your gaze and find a point in the room. Begin to just focus in on your breath. Bring yourself into your body, into this space, into this present moment in the here and now. Just go ahead and begin to release and let go of any to-do lists, any I need tos and I musts. Just with every exhale, just go ahead and just tuck those items away for this hour so you can spend this time focusing on you and what you need. Beautiful. Just breathe in, breathe out. And just feel the nice, cool inhales and the warmth of the breath as you exhale. As you're taking this time to center in, I invite you to set an intention for your practice today. It can be something that you want to accomplish by the end of the practice, or it can be something that this practice will help fuel and motivate you to get through the day, or to accomplish by the end of the week or the month. Doesn't matter, it's yours and yours alone to hold. Beautiful. And on your next inhale, go ahead and lift those shoulders up towards the ears and then slide those shoulder blades back and down. Just take a few moments and do a few shoulder rolls to your breath. Keep your eyes closed. Just releasing any excess tension that you might be feeling in your neck or in your body. You know, we tend to hold a lot of tension in our shoulders and our upper back and in our neck. We just want to release that and let it go so you can enjoy this time. On your next exhale, just go ahead and find some stillness at the bottom of the roll. And then inhale in the opposite direction. Exhale and roll those shoulders forward. Again, just releasing and relaxing. Just go ahead and start to introduce a little extra arm movement in there. Beautiful. And then at the end of your next exhale, just go ahead and find stillness. And then inhale your arms up. And exhale them down. Inhale up. And at the top of that lift, just hold for a moment. Where are your shoulders? Are they way up here? If they are, just take a moment, slide them down and back your shoulders. Find a little extra lift in those arms. Then exhale on down. A couple more times. Again, to your own rhythm. Inhale up and exhale down. Beautiful. And your next inhale. Inhale those arms up. And then exhale and slowly twist to your right. Very, very gently. So warming up the back and the shoulders and the abs, so you don't want to have too intense of a movement. So just inhale up, exhale to the other side. Just feel that nice stretch, that nice twist in the body. And then inhale one more time each side. Exhale and hold here for just a couple of breaths. Nice long line of energy. Inhale up and twist over to the other side. Remember, in your twists, you inhale and lift, exhale and just twist a tiny bit deeper. But again, not too much at this point. Beautiful. Inhale and come back to center. And exhale down. Beautiful job. Now go ahead and roll on to your back. If you have a blanket, you're welcome to keep the blanket there. Or slide it out of the way. And then in this position, go ahead and inhale those knees up and just squeeze them into the body. Exhale. Beautiful. And inhale. And then exhale those knees down. Beautiful. Just getting into our position, into our pose. Go ahead and stretch one leg long, your left leg long, and bring your right knee into your chest. Beautiful. Just breathe here. Warming up and stretching out those hip flexors. Deep into the muscle here. Beautiful. And just hold here. Excellent job. Just breathe deep into that position. Excellent. You really want to get that blood flowing through that hip area. Just hold it here. Really pull that knee into the chest. Breathe into it. Beautiful. And then you're going to really be feeling that long line of energy here, feeling it in your hip flexor, feeling it in your thigh. And your next exhale, just bring the knee back up towards parallel to your body. Take a deep inhale here, and then exhale that knee out to the side. Getting a nice inner thigh stretch here. Breathe and hold. Now you're welcome here if it's uncomfortable comfortable for you to hold your leg up, to go ahead and put a block or support underneath your leg. And if you find that you're hypermobile and your leg is going all the way down to the ground and you're not really feeling a stretch, try backing it off a bit. So go from like 100% to maybe like 70% in the movement, and try and really locate that inner thigh stretch. Sometimes we bypass. Our tendency can be to bypass the stretch and go to the max, but if you back it down from 100 to about 70%, you'll find that you're able to better get the most out of the stretch. Beautiful job. And go ahead and inhale that leg up. And then exhale and lay that leg long. Beautiful job. Go ahead and inhale the left knee in and hold. Breathe here. Breathe into that space. Feel that stretch. Wonderful job. Just hold here. Again, if you find that you want to just do a little ankle circle, just introduce it. There's like a little organic movement that you're feeling. Go ahead and introduce that feeling. That's fine. What you want to make sure is that the maximum position for functional alignment purposes, hip bones are forward. You're not biasing out one way or the other. Because we're asymmetrical, we tend to bias towards the easy side, right? So make sure hip bones are forward, straight. This leg is getting pulled deeply into the chest. You are making sure that your right leg is planted down. Thigh muscle is pointed straight up. You're not flopping to the side. Make sure you've got good alignment in your legs and your hips, and then you're really maximize and get the most out of that stretch. Again, if you find that you're hypermobile and not feeling it, either back it down a little bit and try to locate that feeling of stretch in your body. And you'll find as you hold long holds that at some point you can find you can go a little bit deeper with your stretch. Go for it. Investigate it. If you feel you can intensify and reach a different level of edge, investigate that. Beautiful. And just breathe here a few more breaths. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring your knee back to a neutral position. Inhale here, and then as you exhale, go ahead and bring that leg out to the side. And you'll notice that when you do asymmetrical poses like this, each side of the body feels a little bit different. One side you may be able to go a little deeper than the other side, and that's okay. Again, it's about just investigating that, finding that edge. Beautiful job. A few more breaths here. chest, and then go ahead and bring your leg down to meet the other one. Beautiful. Now go ahead and bring your knees up to a neutral position. And then here, take your right leg and place your right ankle over left knee and bring it in for reclined pigeon. Beautiful. You're really going to feel this one in that IT band. Opening up the outer hips. Just breathe into that position. Beautiful job. Squeeze in, bring it in deeper if you can. Really feel that outer hip stretch. Excellent job. Hold and breathe here. Beautiful. This is one of those postures that either it feels great or it doesn't. there's kind of no in between. You know, I have those days where like today, where it just feels amazing. And then there's just some days where you're just like, this does not feel good at all. But it's so good for you. It's a wonderful stretch. Really good for supporting a lot of your other postures that you engage in. So really important stretch. Beautiful. On your next exhale, go ahead and bring that down. Feet down. Just take a moment here and just notice how the two sides of the body feel as you transition left ankle over right knee. And then go ahead and lift and bring that leg in. Again, sides of the body may feel different. One might be tighter, one might be looser. Just adjust your body to how it feels. And then what is our position here? We want to make sure we've got a nice parallel leg here going across our knee. And then we're pulling in towards us, not overtaxing the muscle, but coming to our edge and just breathing into the position. Similar to what you find when you're stretching in our prone position pigeon, as opposed to our recline position. Just hold and breathe deeply here. And again, as you hold longer and you find you can go a little deeper, go for it. Beautiful. Breathe here. Excellent job. Beautiful. On your next exhale, go ahead and release on down. Beautiful. Now go ahead and roll up to a seat. And you might want to get a little hip height for this one. So it just really sort of depends on your personal degree of stretch. But we're going to come into cow face pose. So if you find you need a little bit of height in the hips, go ahead and fold that blanket over, or you can sit on a block or a bolster. We want to bring the right knee down in front, and then you're going to bring your left leg over on top. Just like this. Beautiful. And hold and breathe here. Excellent job. And for this position, you want to make sure that you've got your hips flat on the floor and you're feeling that stretch in the hip muscle here. Beautiful. Breathe here. Now you're welcome to introduce the arms. If you feel inclined to have your arm position, you can do eagle arms here, whatever arm position is calling you at this moment. If you want to get an upper body stretch at the same time, go for it. Just hold and breathe. Beautiful job. So here we've got, if you're doing eagle arms, you've got your left leg over your right leg, and then you've got your right arm under your left. Hold and breathe here. And at any time, if you want to change up the arms, feel free. Completely up to you what you want your upper body to do. Our focus here is on our hips and our lower body. Beautiful. Now, if you're experiencing any pain in the knee or just somewhere where you're not supposed to, we're supposed to be feeling a stretch here, but if you're feeling pain here or down here, adjust your body in the position so you're not feeling pain. It's not supposed to be painful. Beautiful. And sometimes when we're holding positions like this, it's nice to just kind of close the eyes and focus in on concentrating on our breathing, bringing our minds back to our body. Beautiful. A couple more breaths here. Remember, a long line of energy, always sitting up nice and tall, abs are lightly contracted, shoulders are down and back the body, or if you're in your arm position, so you've got that nice upper body support going. You're not hunching over or relaxing the upper body. The upper body is always engaged, so your body is always working 360 degrees all the way around. Beautiful. Now on your next exhale, go ahead and unwind from the position slowly. Just go ahead and do a little wiggling out and maybe windshield wiper the legs a little bit. Beautiful. And prepare for the other side. So go ahead and swoop that left knee under this time. And then bring that right leg over. And again, the two sides may feel a little different, so make whatever adjustments you need to make to get into the position here. Breathe and hold. Beautiful job. Upper body's engaged. And whatever arm variation you took last time, be sure that you're taking it this time as well. Same one. Eagle arm, you're crossing the opposite direction to get that opposite side stretch in your shoulders. Beautiful. Remember, tall spine, engaged abs, nice stretch. Both hips are on the floor. Beautiful. Breathe here. Just use this time to focus in on your breath, focus in on the stretch. Breathe into the position. Beautiful. Continue to breathe deeply here. A few more breaths. Excellent job. And then go ahead and begin to unwind very slowly again. And then just go ahead and give those legs a little bit of shake and windshield wiper out those legs as well. Just to neutralize the hips, reset the hips. Beautiful. Now coming into bound angle pose. Again, a bound angle, you're bringing the soles of the feet together. Beautiful. Now, if you're finding that your knees are way up high, go ahead and get that little extra height. You're welcome to use a bolster, or if you need like a block to raise the sacrum up. I'll demonstrate here. It's great to use the block under the blanket. So you want to make sure that you've got your block here. Just makes it a little bit more comfortable to sit on. Not a requirement, you can always sit directly on the block, but this is just a nice way to cushion up a block and get that extra height if you're looking for it. And then sit comfortably, soles of the feet together, upper body nice and tall. And inhale, grab the soles of the feet. Inhale on up, and then exhale and fold. And as you're folding, you want to keep a nice long straight back, long straight spine. You're not hunching over, it's a nice straight spine, abs engaged, upper body always engaged, and you're just holding here, pressing down gently on the knees, getting that nice stretch in here and here. It's a wonderful inner thigh and outer thigh stretch. Beautiful. Hold and breathe. And some folks find that when they are in this position, they can go all the way to the ground. You follow what feels right for your hips, but again, you want to make sure that you're maximizing the stretch. So if you're hypermobile and you're going all the way down and not really feeling it, back it up a little bit, come from 100 to 70 and try to find that stretch. Locate that stretch in your body. Breathe here. Excellent job. Hold and breathe. Maintain that nice flat back, those contracted abs. Again, find your level of height. It doesn't necessarily have to be on a block or even on a blanket. If you're more comfortable in the position and you find that being right down on the floor is what works for your body, go for it. And or investigate and try different things. You know, you're always welcome to vary up your practice by trying using different props and see how they feel in your body. And it's worth the investigation, because you may find that you located a position that maybe you hadn't investigated before, and maybe it's a new way to stretch your body, a new way to locate that stretch in your body where you might not have had it before or haven't had it in a long time. So just try different things. Go with what feels good and what feels right. Beautiful. Breathe and hold. And then on your next exhale, go ahead, come on up. And again, bring those knees in, and then just windshield wiper those knees a little bit and just neutralize out those hips. Excellent. Now, if you're on a prop, for this next posture, you may want to come off the block because you don't need as much height. But for deer pose, you may want to sit on a blanket just for a little cushion, or you're welcome to be on the floor. But go ahead and bring your right knee to 90 degrees in front of you, and then bring your left leg back behind you in a 90-degree position. So you're in sort of a little bit of a spiral. But in this position, hips are forward. You're feeling that stretch in the hips. Beautiful. Couple of options here. You're welcome to stay elevated, keeping that nice long line of energy, tight contracted abs, or you're welcome to recline down, or you're welcome to twist. It's completely up to you how you want to investigate this posture. I think it really is going to just depend on how your body is feeling and where you feel that maximizing of the stretch. For today's demonstration, I'm going to stay upright, but you're welcome to try any one of those variations to see if this posture in and of itself is not enough stretch for you. Then I encourage you to investigate one of the other options. You can also, halfway through holding the long stretch, you can always adjust and try a different variation of the position to really maximize, and again, investigating and trying new things with the posture. Beautiful. Just hold and breathe here. And in the basic position of the posture, again, hips, buttocks flat on the floor, long, nice, tall line of energy, shoulders are forward, you're not biasing one way, and losing the integrity of the stretch. You're making sure that your body is aligned as it needs to be. And again, if this is painful for you and this is not working in your body, adjust. Work your way towards this. Utilize your props. If you find you need a block under one knee, if that helps, go for it. Beautiful. And just breathe and hold here. And enjoy the stretch. Enjoy these hip stretches. I find that after I do a series of stretches that focuses in on the hips, I have a lot of energy. It really kind of wakes up the whole body. I feel more prepared to just kind of get out there and go face my day, especially if I do it in the first thing in the morning. I find it to be really energizing. I tend to not stretch the hips so much at night, more so in the morning. At night, I tend to focus in on like hamstrings or low back, just something that's that for me in my body, again, I find these very energizing, and I think part of that is that it's kind of focused in on the kind of creative, sparking, energizing section of the body. So if we're stimulating that, that's a good thing, but just be mindful about the time of day that you're engaging in that position. Beautiful. Now go ahead and slowly unwind from the position. Take that moment. Windshield wiper. Neutralize those hips. Prepare to move to the other side. Beautiful. So on the other side, left leg is in front. Right leg comes back. Find your posture. Set your hips and shoulders. Get your body in good alignment. And hold and breathe. Beautiful job. So again, as I was saying, I find it to be really energizing. So for me, this is more of a morning type stretch as I'm kind of preparing for my day, or my day's just getting underway and I want that extra boost to get going. And these are the types of stretches that I will engage in after my cardio. But everybody's body is a little different. Just notice, just be mindful of how you feel after you practice and after you engage in certain postures. What's your body feeling like? What are you noticing about yourself? Just be mindful of those little things, because those things, how it impacts your day, will really enhance your yoga practice. It's taking it beyond the mat and out into the world. So just be mindful of how these different things impact you, how they make you feel, and what you're carrying with you after the practice. It's about being mindful. Very important. Beautiful. And just continue to hold and breathe. A few more breaths here. And one way I find that's really helpful to get into a posture, or to really take notice of how I'm feeling in a posture, is I like to close my eyes and just focus and concentrate. That I find is really helpful for me. Excellent job. Beautiful. Now go ahead and release that leg. And again, come back to neutral position. Neutralize out those hips, windshield wiper. And then let's go ahead and begin to transition back to our back. A couple of options here. You can bring your bolster support over. For this next posture, we're going to do supported bridge. And so you're welcome to utilize the bolster or a block, whichever one is working for you. I think today I'll demonstrate with a block. So again, you've got your three heights. You've got your low, got your medium, and you've got your high. So find the position that works for you and set your block right at the base of your spine. Just get that block right where you want it. Depending on the height and the look that you're going with, you're going to want to be very mindful of where you're setting your block and how it feels on your back. This is supposed to be a restful pose. So find your position and just hold here. Beautiful, and just breathe. And this is a nice way, supported bridge is a nice way just to release the lower back and the tension in the hips that we were working so hard. You want to just take that moment and just release those areas. Just allow the body to start to move into relaxation mode. So now you begin to unwind that work. So we stretched, and now you always have to take a few moments at the end of your practice to really just unwind it. Make sure that you release any tension that you may have built up, particularly in like twists and poses like that. We tend to build up a little bit of tension, not bad tension, but just a little bit of tension in muscles in certain areas. So as you're winding down and going towards your final rest, you want to make sure that you're taking time to just unwind it all, release, let the body release. Excellent. And if you're on a block and you've got it in a position other than its lowest flat part, go ahead and just bring it down to the low level position. You may have to adjust the block a little bit. If you're on your bolster, you're fine, no need to make a change. And then just go ahead and bring those feet up to the sky and legs up a wall. Just hold here and breathe. A wonderful pose for rebalancing, recirculating the blood in the body. It also induces a state of relaxation's position. So wonderful, always a good one to do towards the end of practice during your wind down phase. Excellent job. When you're ready, go ahead and bring those feet back to the floor. Go ahead and remove your support. Remove your block. And then go ahead and bring those knees in and grab the soles of those feet and come into happy baby. Just really sink those knees down and feel that release in the hips. Again, another wonderful pose that induces a really wonderful state of relaxation in addition to getting a nice little stretch here. Relaxation stretch. And at the end, beautiful. Hold here. Hold and breathe. And on your next inhale, squeeze your knees into your chest. Give yourself a nice, great big hug. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And then on your next exhale, begin to descend into your final resting pose. Now for some, that's going to be Shavasana. For others, there may be a variation of a fish or reclining bound ankle that you find really relaxing and comfortable. Now, if you have it, you're welcome to use an eye pillow, wrap up in your blanket, and just use these last few minutes of our practice today to just integrate everything into your body. Bring it all back in together. Just really begin to bring the awareness back to the breath. Just take your time here as you're finding your way into your total relaxation. Just to take a moment here and close your eyes. And just begin to allow the earth to support you and hold you up. Just release all of the muscles. Just feel all of the work that we've done today just dissipate up into the air. Just feel that steam rise off of your body and go out into the ether. And just breathe and enjoy. Breathe and enjoy. As you take each deep breath in, see a little glow, a little warm flame in the very center of your heart. With each breath, it goes brighter and brighter and brighter and brighter until it shines and envelops your entire body in light and warmth, healing, love. And you just allow this to surround you, envelop you as you close your eyes. Enjoy this final peaceful healing time. begin to bring your awareness back to your breath. Start to introduce some life into those fingers and toes. And wiggle those fingers and wiggle the toes. And if you're ready, go ahead and circle those wrists and ankles. Maybe a few times in one direction and then a few times in another. And then on your next inhale, go ahead and stretch your body out long. Feel a nice long stretch all the way from the top, tippy tops of the fingers, all the way down to the toes. And then as you release the stretch, go ahead and curl on into a ball on one side, roll onto your side. Doesn't matter if it's the left or the right. Just hold here for a moment. When you're ready and just keeping your eyes closed, go ahead and take that top hand and plant it into the earth and help it support you up to an easy seat. If you prefer to have your eyes open, just soften your gaze, but you're welcome to keep your eyes closed. Just take this moment, again, to integrate everything in and just appreciate your body for all that it's done for you. And when you're ready, feel so inclined, you're welcome to keep your hands on your knees or bring your hands to heart center. Just take this moment to thank yourself for taking time out of your day to stretch those hips and energize that body, really doing something positive for you, your well-being, and your all-around whole body health. And I want to thank you for practicing with me today. Hope you have a wonderful day, and I look forward to seeing you next time. Namaste.